Hi everyone, I'm Sheila. I've personally lost about 50 pounds on my Weight Watchers journey, and the Weight Watchers app went through some major updates in January 2026. So modes, in my opinion, is one of the most realistic updates they've ever made. So why modes exist? Let's look at the big picture. So one of the biggest lessons I've learned, and honestly, one of the keys to my 50-pound weight loss success is this: your needs change throughout the year. There are months where my stress is higher. The holidays and social events are increasing. Life is throwing me curveballs. Activity levels change. Hello, right now in the winter. Plateaus happen. Motivation shifts. So early on in my journey, I didn't really understand that. I thought Weight Watchers had to look the same and I had to push myself hard all the time. And I had this very all or nothing type of thinking mindset. I'm either all in and losing weight every week, or I'm all out and gaining weight. And this mindset is too exhausting for us. And it's one of the biggest reasons why people burn out or quit this journey. So I feel personally that modes are designed to interrupt that type of thinking. They exist to say, hey, you've got a choice. You can adjust your intensity of this journey without quitting, and your journey should be livable. So let's do an overview of the modes. So right now there are 3 modes in the app. There's lose mode, maintain mode, and all in mode. And yes, I think they're even going to be coming out with a vacation mode coming sometime in 2026, which I'm very curious to see how that unfolds. So one thing I want to be clear about right away: none of these modes is better than another one of the modes. They're not a hierarchy. They're simply different levels of structure for your journey. So the lose mode is the foundation. Lose mode is the default mode. It's the Weight Watchers most people know and love, right? Because in lose mode, you are focused on consistent food and points tracking, eating your 0-point foods regularly, your daily movement, weeklies and activity points. This is the mode that helped me lose 50 pounds. It is incredibly effective for steady, sustainable weight loss. And honestly, it's where I believe most members spend the bulk of their journey. So lose mode is meant to give you the flexibility and the structure, and that combination is why it works long term. That's why you can go to the restaurant with your friends and use your weekly points. Now, maintain mode is not taking a break. It's not standing still in your journey. Let's talk about what maintain mode is. It's actually this strategic tool that you use when your goals shift from losing weight to, okay, I've got to protect the progress that I've made. You switch into maintain mode, your daily points automatically are going to increase by 6 points. You're still going to have your weekly points in maintain mode, and you continue to track your food. You can track your activity, your hydration, your weight. But what you're really doing in maintain mode is you're practicing maintenance. And maintenance is an actual skill that you have to learn. It's learning how to live at a weight, not just chase the next loss. And this mode is incredibly valuable after, let's say, you get into Wonderland, or you hit the next milestone or decade, or during seasons of your life where weight loss isn't as top of a priority, but you want your consistency to still matter. Okay, all in mode. This is what I'm so excited about with this update. Members, including myself, often say, I feel stuck. The honeymoon phase is over. I'm doing the plan, but the scale isn't moving. I feel like I need a reset. I need a reboot. I need a jumpstart. I personally feel that All In is designed exactly for those types of moments. If this is resonating with you, this might be your mode. All In mode is not about hyper restriction. We're not tightening any food rules, or we're not getting super rigid. All In mode is 4 weeks. It's a 4-week science-backed program that's focused on metabolic health habits. We're not going to zoom in hard on food. We actually zoom out. So there's 6 daily behaviors that are the core of the all-in mode: protein, fiber, water, sleep, movement, stress management. It has been shown that they influence fat loss. Focusing on these influence your energy levels, your hormone regulation, your appetite, your consistency. And I'll be honest that sleep is something that I didn't truly prioritize until the last couple months of my journey. And I really feel like I could have lost weight more consistently faster years ago if sleep had been more of the conversation for me and something I was more focused on. And so that's why I personally love all-in mode, because it's going to educate us on how weight loss actually works. One of the most exciting parts of all-in mode is the weight health score, an evidence-based composite score from 0 to 100 that gives you a big picture snapshot of your weight health, not just what you ate. It's calculated using inputs that research shows really matters, like your weekly weigh-in, nutrition tracking, physical activity, sleep. Weight Watchers pulls data also now from 60 connected fitness apps and wearable devices that you might have, and then translates all of that data into one easy to understand number. So we're not going to be obsessing over just one metric. It's about how are all my habits supporting my weight health right now. How do you interpret this weight health score? Your score falls into 4 ranges. 80 to 100 means you're mastering the habits. You're tracking multiple different things regularly and you're doing great work. 50 to 79 is you're getting in the groove. You're building consistency. You're more regularly tracking, and so your score is raising your water, your movement, your food, your sleep. 25 to 50 is the early stages. You're building the foundation. And if you added in more information, it would help strengthen your habits. And then if your weight health score falls below, or your health score falls below 25, it's like, pay attention. This isn't like you failed, but it's just giving you a signal that pull in some tracking from these different habits. Okay, so why does this help? Especially during plateaus. So this is where I think the health score is really a game changer. The scale is only going to tell you one thing, but the weight health score shows you your daily behaviors and how all of those are lining up. Even if the scale stalls, you might see, oh, I'm getting better sleep. Oh, I'm more consistent with my activity. Oh, I have improved nutrition tracking. And then that's going to give you the fuel for momentum. And momentum doesn't disappear just because the scale has stalled or is fluctuating. A common question is why the weight health score only shows up and is only available in all-in mode. I think the answer actually makes a lot of sense. All-in mode is designed for full habit engagement, not just food tracking. In lose mode or maintain mode, many members are primarily focused on like points, right? Without necessarily tracking sleep, tracking activity. Maybe you do, but the score could feel incomplete or confusing if you're not like wanting to focus on those areas. The health score works best and is going to feel most supportive when you really want to engage so many different pillars. And that's why it's going to live in this all-in mode. What is the science behind it? So the health score is built on Weight Watchers is using well-established framework. So they're looking at the American Heart Association's Life Essential 8, the Healthy Eating Index, and the Global Weight Management Research. So this is not a gimmick. Let's just call it all-in mode. No, it's translating proven health behaviors into something that you can use that's usable day to day. So in all-in mode, weekly points are removed. Activity points are removed. Your daily points stay the same. So it's not about punishment, but it's trying to keep your focus on daily consistency, not any of this like checks and balances with getting activity points to raise your points, and I'm going to lean into my weeklies. They say 150 plus minutes per week of movement, but for health and habit building, not necessarily because you're going to be gaining points, if that makes sense. So if you're hungry after using your daily points, you're encouraged to lean into your 0-point foods, right? All-in mode is not meant to be DIY. All-in mode is meant to be something that you don't do alone. You as a member would have access to live coaching sessions throughout the week where they're talking about all-in mode with structured topics based on those consistent habit building things that we talked about. And there's also a dedicated connect group for all-in mode. At this point, not personally going to be doing all-in mode right now. I'm back near my lowest weight. My progress is slow and steady. I'm checking my watch for my sleep scores. I'm trying to get my movement in. That doesn't mean all-in mode isn't valuable and something I'm going to do for sure. I'm going to weave it in probably throughout 2026 in those 4-week increments when I feel like I need a boost, when I feel like I need to get my head back in the game. And that's exactly why modes exist. So access and compatibility, this is important. All-in mode is included at no additional cost for most of you that are Weight Watchers members in the app. You can get it with Core Plus, I think the menopause plan, check into all of this, but I know that all-in mode isn't offered if you're in the GLP-1 success program or you're activated the diabetes settings. Members in those programs will still have access to like the lose mode and the maintain mode, which are recommended. Modes are not a measure of your willpower, but they're a way to turn the dial up or down on your journey without feeling like you want to quit your journey. And all-in mode is not about being strict, and lose mode isn't like not enough. Maintain mode isn't stopping. It's just we're trying to have progress, no perfection. We want consistency, and we want to find the mode that fits your life right now. In the comments, if you are a Weight Watchers member, will you let me know, do you think all-in mode is something you're interested in? What mode are you in right now? I will see you in the next video. Bye.